Hey everybody, this is Christina Blackfeather. I'm getting ready to paint on our bad boy here. I'm just going to finish setting up before we get going. Once again, I'm doing this on my iPhone, so I apologize for camera quakes and things like that. Oh wow, I got somebody already going here. Hi, fish! So that's the boy we're going to be working on. We're going to get his back legs and his bun done today. Come on. Not the best stand for this, but... So I just have to do some things really quick, and then we will get started. But while we're waiting, let's at least get some tunes on. Here we go. Now I'm checking to make sure I have some sound. Or a computer that doesn't freeze up. Come on, computer. Any day now. There. Hi, Carl. Yep, I got sound. Hi, Blue. Okay. Still got to get a couple things going here first, including emailing this to the Digital Hammurabi channel by their request. And in their Discord. And let's see. So many things they have to do at the start of these things, and I can't do it on the computer, which would be so nice and easy. Yay, break. Sounds like you don't have much of a break. Okay. I hope I got the right one there. Yeah. Okay. And I'll give you guys I'm editing the description right now, so we will have, you guys can take a look at the dragon. And now to get the music that's in the live stream on there, just so that I don't get copyright dinged by the gods of YouTube. We must not offend the YouTube gods. Yeah. All right. Okay, and that part. Come on, save. I hate this new YouTube studio thing. It is so much a pain in the tuchus. Oh, yay! Everyone else is getting needles. Oh, hey, yeah, welcome, Kit, and yeah, feel free to paint right along with me. Some of the music's a little weird, but it is a thing. Okay, one more spot I gotta visit. Oh, that's right, I can't post to Instagram from the computer. Oh, crapola. Alrighty, got that, and one more. There. Alright, that's done. Let's get Facebook off of my screen so I don't get hit with a ton of notifications. And I think we can go. Ultra Undane, I'd like to refrain from the swearing because I'm trying to keep this fairly kid-friendly. Let me see if I can turn my phone up. That should help. And I'm closer to the phone again. My apologies here. Part of the problem is if I'm on the headset and I'm rolling back and forth between the computer and the canvas, I'm going to get caught in the headset and there's going to be all sorts of accidents and, yeah, and swearing. Oh, hi, Ultra. Okay, well, I'm glad you guys are both here having fun. Well, hopefully having fun. So I have the link in the description, but this guy is from the Ishtar Gate in Babylon. He is the Dragon of Marduk. He is the representation of the god Marduk. And so far, what I'm planning today, and I can zoom into a point, which means camera quake. Here we go again. As I said, I'm filming on my iPhone because this computer is so bad. It's not taking the webcam. I can't get the webcam or the microphone to run on this stupid thing. And this computer is really old, so it's facing its last days as it is. So colors I've been using throughout the entire piece, just apple barrel, dandelion, deco art. How did I end up using this one? Ooh, I'm gonna have to switch. This is my glass paint. I don't want to do that. That's an expensive paint. We need another black. That ain't it. How did I manage to do that now? Serious? Here it is. Okay. So just another recycled paint. Not my expensive paint for painting on glass. I'm using a lot of this stuff I've been finding at thrift stores, so I paint with what I can afford, which isn't much. Apple barrel kiwi. This is running out. This is a very nice, Craft Smart isn't around anymore, but this paint is fantastic and I'm using it up. And then my last but not least here, this one is almost gone. It's ancient. It's like $14 for this bottle. I checked on prices. This is Liquitex Soft Body Raw Sienna. And I'm trying to make it last through the rest of this piece because after I get the dragon part done, I'm not worried about it anymore. It's thick. it's almost like a old oils now. It's so thick. What is going on here? Huh. Okay. So, since these are acrylics, I'm just using water, and what I'm having to drink today is just some Crystal Light mixed in here. I've added water twice now, so the flavor is going away. And it was the Gatorade Zero that I had from my surgery and never used it, so I'm just reusing the container now until I'm done with it today, and then it's going to hit recycling. Got my workout in. Hi, Laura. How you doing, doll? And I worked tonight, so we're going to try and get these legs done. This looks like a milk chocolate. That's how thick this acrylic paint has gotten. It's so ancient. There's actually quite a bit left in there yet. Only trick with some of these, you gotta remember to shake them up. Half the time I don't. And if you don't shake them up, they end up with really watery, the conditioners that are in the paint container will just come out in one big watery glob, and it's just annoying. Yeah, I think this tube is running out. I am going to be referencing the image that is in the description as well. And that is the Dragon of Marduk from the Detroit Museum of Art. It's one of the original panels. It's very broke up, cracked apart. So there's a lot of gray areas in the blue tiles. There's what looks almost like turquoise areas. These tiles used to be bright blue, but this piece is about 3,000 years old, so... Yes, antique acrylic. Crimpy lobster! Oh my gosh, hi doll. Oh, nice. Oh, for cute. I am so glad, Grampy, that your daughter loves that picture. Undine, or Ultra Undine, please stop. I don't mind you sharing your own channel, but let's not get into that sort of thing on this channel, please. Oops, I gotta get the picture reference up. All right, where am I at? Okay, so he's still got some... Oh yeah, he's got a crack right. We're gonna get these cracked lines in here first. Of course, this isn't exactly the way the original piece looks. There are probably about 50 of these things on the gate, and so I had to do kind of a mishmash because some of them had better images than other ones. So that's, I'm just kind of playing around with it a little bit that way. Taking some artistic license. I want it to look interesting, so. And I think I'm going to do something else here really quick. That's okay, Fish. You have fun at science class. Thank you for stopping in. Okay, how do I do what I want to do here? That's what I want to do. Okay. All right. Oops. Hard to see what I'm working on for reference if I don't go back to that page. Okay, so I just made Laura a mod. Because, well, it's Laura. It's still kind of confusing because my daughter's name is Laura, so it's like I have to pay attention to who I'm talking about. Is it Cliff Jumper Laura or is it Laura I Love Tacos? That's what she likes to go by. My daughter is a character. I have very few mods, well, obviously, since I only have 3, and they're permanent mods to me because they're people I've known for quite a while, and, you know, that can be fairly level-headed and watch for naughty people while I'm sitting here painting, so. This guy didn't have a lot of weirdness on this panel. So I can already start the scales. That's cool. I'll be happy if I can get most of this done today before I have to go to work. That'll be so exciting. I was going to do this yesterday, and I went out for a walk, and we've got all this snow mold from everything melting, and I just got so sick. And then this morning I had to take prescription anti-nausea medication because, oh, I just got really bad. And I don't know what happened. I feel fine now. So, not a flu bug or anything, but like last night I was having trouble breathing and stuff, and like, yeah, I'm not even streaming live Minecraft at that point. Okay, a little bit more brown right there. I also got my fairy wings that I had somebody custom make for me. And they were on Etsy. When I found them, I was looking for dragon wings because I just don't have time to make my own. And it's more dragon fairy wings, so it's going to kind of change up my costume a little bit for the Renaissance Festival. But went and took those, I got them, And I didn't know she was an actual wing maker from the Minnesota Renaissance Festival, so that was pretty nice. And I had the dragons out for a grocery shopping trip. So 2 of my needle felted dragons were in a grocery cart, and we were walking around the store, and it was just funny. A lot of people giving me weird looks. Strange looks from kids, like they couldn't quite figure out what they were seeing. It was awesome. Especially the older kids, you know, the ones that are like 13 or something, and they're just giving me this look like, what on earth am I seeing? It was just fantastic. Stick a little bit of the green tones in here too. Go a little bit more of the green here too. I'm trying to keep my hand out of the way as much as I can. And there's only so much room I have to move this. Let's see. Well, that's a little better. Camera quake. There we go. That's better. Oh, a lot of messages. Hi, Roger. Hi, CD. Yeah, I have to do all the tiles in the background yet. No, I said hi, CD. Oh, I can't wait till I can afford to get the stand lamp for the Ott light, so I actually have another lamp behind me. This gets a little hard to do. There we go. Yeah, I have to paint all of the tiles yet. So this painting's going to take a little while longer yet. Quite a while longer. And once again, I'm kind of keeping my brush strokes with the direction that the dragon's scales would go naturally. If we're painting a regular dragon, it'd be like hair on a critter goes a certain way. You keep the brush strokes going the direction of the hair. The same thing is with scales. And that helps keep it a more natural look. Some of the scales are a little off on this because he's a carved piece. So it doesn't fully apply, but it a lot of it is the same principle. And I grew up painting in oils, so it's a technique that I've learned from working in oils, and I've just kept doing this entire time because, well, it's a thing. There we go. And I did make sure to eat before I started the live stream, so hopefully I'm not going to have the fun fainty episodes that I sometimes get. Go. Of course, some of these scales have chipped off and worn off over time too, so some of them are not even doing the impressions of them. There we go. Okay. Oh, cute. I can't sew worth the life of me. As far as oils or acrylics, it depends on the project. I prefer acrylics for a lot of my canvas work, and which I used to do nothing but oils back then, you know, back in the day. I also like them for like on rocks and things like that. Where I use oils the most is on leather, because the oil paint will flex with the leather and not break apart. Let me show you something. Like this here is my dice bag. And it's older than the hills. I painted this in '95, and this is done in oils. And this has been to multiple Renaissance festivals, D&D gaming sessions. Yes, I did say that. I have a large amount of dye in here. Where's my D100? I have a D100 in here. Where is it? There it is. Yep, there's my D100. And yeah, my D30. So yeah, this bag has, and it was, I didn't do any pre-treatment to the leather. And all I used to thin the paint was linseed oil. And it's held up for a very, very long time. And it's super flexible, and so that's my go-to for painting on leather. Hi, Paranoia. I do watercolors on the pictures, like what I did for Grampy Lobster's daughter. I do watercolors for backgrounds on my pencil work when I'm doing colored pencil. I forgot how many dice my husband has, but yeah, we've got a lot between the two of us. And I need to get a drill press for my Dremel yet, so that I can go and drill some holes into the dice, some of them, so that we can use them in, in chainmail. And then I also have to learn how to cage D20s yet. Sorry, I had to get a drink. Also worked out earlier, so I'm probably trying to refresh some of my fluids. getting to where I'm working up a sweat lately. Where is my towel? There it is. And my old best friend, the most worn out, abused towel in history, I swear. It's seen a lot of paint. Okay. No, just water with Crystal Light in it because I have to go to work tonight. So nothing with anything exciting in it. Okay, yeah, those are still scales back that way. All right. Gosh, I don't even remember when I've had a glass of wine, and like I have 2 Game of Thrones editions of the dark beers too. I think I've got Lannister and Tyrell. Either that or Baratheon, I can't remember which. But I know I have Lannister for sure. And they're the ones that HBO produced. And I haven't even cracked them open yet. I'm tempted. But not tonight. For sure not tonight. Not if I'm going to stay awake because, you know, I take care of kids on life support, so I got to stay awake. Still waiting for full-time, too. I keep getting promised full-time, and then it doesn't happen, so our finances are absolute crap right now. So I gotta work when I can get it. Just, kids aren't coming home from the hospital because a lot of nurses walk in and see these kids on machines, and they're like, oh, nope, I'm out of here. And they nope on out real fast. So I'm hoping that's going to change. I'm supposed to start my full-time hours now, April 8th, but they're counting the extra hours I've worked already towards my health insurance. Which I have to work 60 days before I can get health insurance at full-time hours. So hopefully all of that's going to get straightened out. Because I'm paying out of pocket for medications and stuff right now. Yeah, U.S. healthcare stinks. Hi, Amber. Welcome aboard. Okay. Never thought I was going to study a dragon's behind so closely. There we go. Speaking of dragons, you guys, I'm trying to work on projects that have not been finished over the years. And this one was Cecilia's armature, and I screwed it up and went to redo her, so I still have him. And so I'm working on him a lot more lately. There's a lot more work to go on this guy, but he is needle felted. He's quite heavy. He's actually going to be sitting on my shoulder or sitting on a table, so he won't be a standing upright dragon like the others. And there will be a contest to name him on this channel. And the winner will get a piece of artwork from me. Not a big one, but... Oh, hi, Doorknob Head. Yeah, you know, I don't know. I've never asked any of my dragons to find out what they think is a cute dragon butt and what they think isn't, you know? So, I try not to ask my dragons those questions because they are kind of personal. And for anyone who hasn't realized, I am a bit strange. Well, I took my dragons grocery shopping. I mean, you know. A little too much water that time. Shapely dragon butts. Sorry, my hand's in the way for a moment. Okay, there we go. I'm going to add a little bit more green right there, I think. Once I get down here, I'll zoom in a little bit closer. I'm going to try this weekend or Monday to stream Dragon Coast, my Minecraft world. In the meantime, I'm going to try getting stuff set up too so that it'll be available for download. I got shaders working, so we're going to be able to get some beautiful scenery and take a look at that huge castle built into the mountain. Thank you, doorknob. Well, acrylics don't smell too much, so we wouldn't be having that anyway. I'm so happy I got shaders working after the few-hour fight with my computer to get that running. My gaming system is like, well, I don't want to download this. And then Malwarebytes was like, we don't want you downloading this. And oh my word. And the way I got the shaders to work is I had to actually download them through Life in the Woods, and which is a heavily modded Minecraft. And then it actually let me get Silders going, and it finally let me get Optifine running. But before that, it was not going to let me do anything. So we'll be able to do a full shaders tour. Hubby hasn't been working on his base too much. He's more a survival player than a creative player. So there's not much to his base right now, but everybody has their own preferences in Minecraft, you know? Alright, we're going to blend this out a little bit. I want that to look pretty war. There. Alright. This painting is a little bit darker than I would normally go. The images of it are a lot lighter in the tone of the bricks, but I just like the way the darker color actually pops on the canvas. So I just kept going with it. Sorry, hands in the way again. Okay. That actually looks pretty decent. Let's see. I don't know. Yeah, I've never tried to play Minecraft with my feet, so I wouldn't know. But you know, I have actually seen people that have played computer games who are on respirators and completely paralyzed that were just using a stylus to their mouth. And I had another one that was using a blow stick that worked with a stylus. And then another one, it could only just lightly twitch his fingers, but he's able to control a gaming mouse and play like Red Dead Redemption and stuff like that. So there are devices out there for those sorts of things. Stray hairs in my brush. Look at that. Okay. Blend that out a little bit, kind of blur it. There we go. A little more white. Come on out of there. Cracks showing in here. Dragon crack! You don't dare say no to a dragon's crack. There, I kind of like that. Put a little bit more. Change things up a little. There. Okay. Oh, I like it. I do play with my tongue. My tongue sticks out like constantly. Oh, thank you, Doorknob Head. It's just a bunch of free music off of YouTube. How many times have you seen me sticking out my tongue, Paranoia? Okay, so that's only partly scales up those up down those tiles. Okay. Oh, I'm so excited we're going down the leg. Gonna zoom in. There we go. He's doing okay. He's doing his own thing right at the moment, but better than he was earlier in the week. Leg gave out and he fell and hit his shoulder pretty hard when he went down. And of course, there's days he can't feel things in his legs, so he stepped on a chainmail jump ring and embedded it into his foot, and I'm trying to figure out where the blood all over the floor is coming from. So yeah, it's one of those things. I was very surprised for anybody who watches or Paulogia's girlfriend, Shannon Q, said in one hangout that she has MS. I was really surprised by that. And then, of course, Dr. Josh from Digital Hammurabi, he has MS. Which is why they decided to help out with our GoFundMe when it opened up, because they didn't even know who I was or anything, but, you know, considering everything that's been happening, they decided to help out. And so for anyone who wonders, that's why I'm doing this painting, is to help out their scholarship fund. Okay. But yeah, MS is, that produces all sorts of fun challenges, I'll tell you. We're still waiting on disability too, which is not fun. Minnesota's got this lovely little law in place where they keep part of the money for 6 months. Yeah, wrap him in bubble wrap. Oh, anyway, even though you pay into disability, Minnesota, you know, has determined that they are entitled to the first 6 months of it, and since it's like a 3-month waiting period to begin with, you essentially don't get anything until after the total 6-month mark. And it's really bad for patients on dialysis because they don't even get their stuff paid for their first 3 months of treatments. And so what happens there is they're paying out of pocket for 3 months, and you consider $4,000 to $6,000 a week for dialysis treatments. So our medical system is just absolutely terrible. And we had some stupid elected official that turned around and said that people are opting out of paying for health insurance because they just choose to. And the guy interviewing him said because they can't afford it. And he's like, no, it's because they choose to get rid of the health insurance because they can't afford it. And then he went on and saying that people are choosing to be poor and stuff like that. And just a bunch of numbnuts. And yeah, while some people choose to overeat and decide that they don't want to change things and don't want to do in the effort to get healthier, there's other people that stuff just can't be helped, you know, so. And I'm saying that because I was one of those that for a long time I just kind of gave up, and it's like, well, I'm going to eat what I want, do what I want, and it wrecked my health. So I'm not just slamming other people, that's a slam on myself too, because I did that. But our healthcare system is just so raunchy. I just absolutely hate it. Love being a nurse, hate where what the healthcare system does as far as cost and patient care and stuff like that. Because the insurance companies make sure to dictate who gets what care and all of that. Trump used to gripe about death panels, and Michelle Bachmann did the same thing, you know, griping about all these death panels and everything. The death panels are the insurance companies, not the doctors. Oh, look at that! We're getting there. Earn me gird. Let's see where I gotta go next. Oh, I hope you do. Yeah, a doorknob head. This is actually off of their background. That's why I decided to do it, because they always have him in the background on their green screen. Yes, exactly. Yeah, I agree, Paranoia, and I agree, Kit. Yeah, I think it is too. But, you know, that's partly my professional thing too, is that I see it as a right. Because people aren't going to be able to change their lives, you know, even financially, if they can't deal with their own health, you know. I mean, for like people with Lou Gehrig's and MS and sometimes even diabetes, you know, depending on, a lot of these diseases aren't anything that can be prevented or controlled. Lupus and things like that. I mean, there's some extremely bad cases of lupus, despite the jokes on Dr. House about it. You know, it's a thing. And people do have a right to be able to make the best out of their lives that they can. And if they're worrying about where they're going to get their medications, and do they choose between meds and food, which, yes, I've had to do that. You know, having to worry about, is this surgery going to drive them to the poorhouse and put them on the street? I've had to worry about that. You know, I mean, it's just, that worry shouldn't have to be there. There we go. Oh, tearing through these legs here. Boy, that poor old brown paint is facing its days here. scraping sound is not the brush, that's my finger. I say that every time, but it sounds like I'm beating up the poor brush. Never mind that this brush is probably going to be trashed by the time I get done with this whole canvas. Let's do a little right here too. I want to get some outlining done there just to add a little depth. Okay. And some of this will be covered when I start doing the blue tiles. And I'm going the direction on the scales that the original went. The scales are kind of sideways on the leg here instead of curving downward like they would naturally. So that's why this looks a little weird. So Digital Hammurabi is, Josh and Megan are planning on having an auction for this painting. And then hubby and I can't afford to donate to their HAPS project, but we are going to have our donation be that we're shipping this thing to the winner. And we're going to have, I talked to a guy at a UPS store who knows someone who scans fine art to make prints and stuff, and so while my sister-in-law is going to photograph the painting, I'm also probably going to get professional scans done of this so I can sell prints of it later when I can afford to do all that. But for sure I'm going to get the scan so I at least have the image file. Because he's looking really cool. I'm very happy with him. Oh, thank you, Xanacan, and welcome aboard. Yeah. Well, my sister-in-law not only does historical research and genealogy, she also is a professional photographer and very, very good at what she does. So, going to be having her take photos of it for sure. Just getting a little more paint here. So now we're going to go down the smooth parts of the legs. And then the scales, of course, are going to be different on the, sorry, Marduk, chicken feet. There we go. husband just shouted from the other room, "Those are dragon feet!" If you look at a modern bird, they look like the skin texture, almost scale type texture on the lower legs and claws. But it was funny, I got yelled at from the other room. Okay. It does go down a little bit there. Alright, so let's add a few more. I goofed right here. I didn't do enough. There. That's better. Nice thing about acrylics, you screw up, just paint over it. Oil's not as forgiving. Okay. So now we're going to have a joint thrown into those two spots there. Let's see. So let's sketch in where that joint sits. So right there. And there's going to be a little bit of detail there, a divot. And it looks like a little upward divot right here. Okay. I got that piece, but there's the crack there, divot here, and divot here. Okay. So they actually did a pretty accurate representation of a bird's leg on this part. You can tell somebody looked at a bird's anatomy when they did that and used that for dragon legs. Okay. All right, and this had a little bit more white here. There we go. Had to get that lighter right there. I think I got the brush a little too wet. That'll fix though. That'll right itself. Down this way. Okay. Ah, hazards of using the same brush. There we go. All right, and textural change pretty quick. His legs are a little fatter than the original, but it is what it is. I'd have to redraw the entire thing to fix that, and I'm not going to. I like him the way he is. He's a happy guy. He's gaining life back. Check Live's chat. Yes. Oh, funny. Yes, the legs do fit. Oh, I've never had that. Oh my gosh. So, Blue, when is Game of Thrones supposed to come out? Do you know off the top of your head? Curling down like that. And this is how this towel gets so messy. This Sunday? Is it that time already? April 14th. Okay. Well, I should be able to get it through HBO through Amazon Prime because I already got HBO. Just trying to figure out when to break out the bottle of Lannister ale. I should break that out when I watch Game of Thrones. Oh, awesome. Now let's see. There's a crack running here. Actually, right along that toe. And cracked there. There's another crack running right along here, so that's going to divide right there. Okay. Oh, I can't wait till Game of Thrones comes out. I'm so excited. Need that in my life. Just cannot believe how many years that's been running. There we go. Make that look like a crack. Same there. Okay. Have a good night at work, doorknob head. Yeah, started in 2011. Holy cow. That's just wild. I actually should go back and rewatch it. Rewatch the whole thing. I'm still working on Doctor Who. I have too many things to watch. What do I do? But considering it's the last season of it, I probably should go and start watching it tonight on break. There we go. Okay. Oh, no. Hi, Math. No story time tonight. That's not fair. Okay. Did do that right. Yeah, his legs are way off compared to the original, but I think it's given him some real character. Okay. Okay, so that's back. All right. This is a little more grayish up here. It's amazing how many colors are just in one thing that's supposedly made of carved sand. Essentially, if you think about it. sandstone or whatever being out of hardened sand. You generally just look at it and you don't realize how much depth there is to the colors in a piece of rock. Okay. And oh, that claw is just as white can be. Oh, I'm always nostalgic for Bob Ross. Jeff Holiday has a Bob Ross t-shirt. I want it so bad. I'm gonna rip the darn thing off the man's back, I swear. Bob Ross versus Pablo Picasso. I love that one. I like Eminem, and there's really very few rap artists, and I use that term loosely, that I actually like. But epic rap battles, they get some funny stuff. They're pretty awesome. Okay. And here we go. A little more white. Let's actually get a base coat for this claw down. It's really going to stand out once I get the blue tiles in. I like that. I do like that. That works. All right. No, not Vanilla Ice. Oh, God, no. Although I have to admit, Will Smith was one of my favorites, too. I just aged myself so horribly. Oh, my word. Let's throw a little more yellow in here. There we go. All right, and we're going to go over to here next. Johnny Horton, Marty Robbins, Johnny Cash, let's see, oh gosh, I can't even remember half of their names. Conway Twitty, oh Lord, yeah. Some oldies. My mom has an interesting record collection. And yes, she still has the record collection. So my sister's probably going to be the one who inherits my mom's record player, which is this massive, it's like this huge, almost a desk. And the radio still works, the record player still works. I'm probably going to be the one who gets her glass records because I'm the one who has the wind-up phonograph from 1926. And that still works. So it's like I have records, glass records from Wagner and all sorts of different German ones and stuff. So I can't imagine how all of that's going to play out someday. But my mom's 81, and, you know, unless, I think maybe, Yahweh and Lucifer might be afraid to take her. Either one, so she's still going to live a long, long time. So those records aren't going anywhere. Let's see, how did this play out? Okay. Alright, so that actually has got to go up that way, and like that. And I added an extra toe in there. That was me, just to get some depth. There we go. You okay, sweetie? I don't like these hard lines right here. I'm fixing that. Okay. That's too much. Just blend that back in. I try not to drive my fingernails into people's skin while I'm painting on them, but I use my pinky and support the paintbrush when I'm painting on people too. Bit of outline on this one too, just enough to make that pop a little bit more. Considering there's a crack right there. Same thing there. And then we're gonna lay a base coat in. And now to get that white in there. Yeah, like I said, a little darker, but it does blend in with the rest of the piece too. I might lighten it up in a few other spots yet. It's looking like it's going to need it. Oh, geez, Anne Murray. Yeah, Merle Haggard is actually, yeah, in 1814. We took a little trip. Yeah, Merle Haggard was actually kind of when I was in my mid-teens. Oh. I can't say a whole lot considering that my uncle used to sell aircraft for McDonnell Douglas, so it's like, yeah, can't say too much. Well, they might make me part of the medical personnel, you know. That'd be cool, but I have too much medical crap wrong with me now that there'd be no way I'd ever get on a NASA flight. I wanted to be an astronaut when I was young. Oh, Carl Sagan was everything. He was like my biggest idol. There, that's better. Had to blend that out a little bit. That was too much. Let's throw a little white along here. Crack there. Look on the crack there more. All right, now I think we just have to go to the, I'm gonna move this a little bit. I have to be careful because that big plaster wolf is behind it. Which, in case anybody wants to know, the plaster wolf is featured in another video. He's really, really huge. Let me see what time it is. Yeah. Oh, nice. I took precedence over Star Trek. I love that. Oh, I hope I can get this leg done. I don't know. It's a half hour. We're going to give it a shot. Sorry, I had to take a drink there. Oh. Now back to looking at the original. Yeah, that's it. I forgot what season of John Pertwee I'm on with Doctor Who. Just finished where the master did all the witchcraft rituals and tried to summon the demons, and everything failed on him. It was kind of entertaining. I was just laughing through a lot of it. I think that must have been early satanic panic, and what they were trying to do is actually show witchcraft in a good light, because the one woman was clearly Wiccan, and she acted like an actual pagan, you know, unlike somebody we know. And so her characterization was actually pretty well done. And of course the demons were actually alien creatures and stuff, but I'm like, they must have been trying to ward off, you know, having people have bad ideas about what witchcraft and everything was in England at the time. It was kind of interesting to watch. And have the May Day dances and stuff. Pertwee was pretty interesting in his portrayal as the Doc. He was just, he had this calmness about him with the character that Baker was really, really intense. And the previous Doctor was almost a helplessness to him. But Pertwee just kind of gave off this aura of, you know, I really don't give a crap what you think. I'm a bit pissed off about being on this planet. I like my people, but the rest of you can just go away. It was like, he wasn't gonna, that Doctor wasn't gonna put up with crap from anybody. It was pretty awesome. And still be a bit of a dandy, you know, he had the velvet coat on and the ruffles and, you know, so that's very much a thing over there, is there's a lot of men who miss when men dressed as dandies and, you know, had very expensive clothing and all the velvets and the, you know, everything like that, that there are a few that still hold to those ideals. And there's entire clothing shops and tailors that do that sort of thing for men over there. And it's like, yeah, I kind of miss that over here, you know. Hip-hop has influenced our clothing culture so much over here that I don't think that that sort of thing would, that dandyism or anything would take off over here. But yeah, watching Pertwee was just really, really interesting. There, Doctor number 2, Patrick Troughton. I can't remember. Patrick. The first Doctor was he acted Grandpa. He really did. Just this hyper intelligent, almost mystical Grandpa. Faked being helpless because he really wasn't. Some episodes with Patrick, I almost felt like he was kind of stumbling around his role a little bit. Didn't quite know where he was going with his take on the Doctor. Pertwee had absolutely no questions about how his character was. So since I'm going and refreshing, you know, pretty much binge watching Doctor Who, it's going to be interesting to go back to the Tom Baker episodes and really take a close look and see the difference between that and John and Tom. There we go. check live chat. Yes. Tron was interesting. Yeah, Pertwee was James Bond. I mean, he tried to be the Bond doctor. He was really interesting. Okay, I'm going to share these into the live chat. Sorry, had the toothbrush or paintbrush in my mouth, not toothbrush. Okay, now it's not in my mouth. So, here is the original image of the dragon. And this is about the HAPS project from Digital Hammurabi. That's their scholarship fund. And this leg here is a bit more reddish on the lines for the legs. So I'm going to go like that. Want to have that just pop a little bit more again. All right. There we go. I think we're going to go till I get these last claws done. So I already had my bath. Just have to change into my scrubs for work. Yeah. Throw a little green in that part. There is a kitten outside my door going meow. He's so cute. He's a brat though. Oh my gosh. He lost one of his toys under the bookcase. And we have this one bookcase that's on the corner of a wall, so that part of it's sticking out about that far. So since he lost his toy under the bookcase, he figured it's in the bookcase, so he started pulling the back of the bookcase apart. Like ripping the wood off the back of the bookcase. This cat. Now he's meowing outside my door. There we go. And Thomas is wanting in.
Yes, I wanted Mommy.
There's a whole lot of mowing outside my door.
I wanted
Oh, let's get him on camera a couple minutes. Because he's cute. He's all sorts of cute. Meow. Up, 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 up. I want, no, you're not going to be just loose in here. Come here, Mo. Come here. Yeah, I know. Little Thomas Wraith. Let me guess, you're going to eat my hair. Yes, of course you're going to eat my hair. This is an ongoing thing. I just got my forehead licked. He's trying to do some serious grooming. Thomas! Wraith. Yes, he is. And I have so much fur. Hey, where are you going? Wraith, where are you going? Hi, Oscar. Now I have the other one in here. See, I don't have to hang on to the cat. The cat just glues itself and... Wraith, where are you going? This cat changes states of matter. He really does. He can be solid when he runs across the room and collides with you. We have our own particle collider. And if I try to trim his claws, he turns into this kind of almost like jello type state. Ah! Okay. Wraith. Ah, no claws in my back. I think he got his fill there. Yeah, so that's Wraith. Thomas Wraith, after Harry Dresden's half-brother in the Dresden Files by Jim Butcher. Okay, out, schnell. Where's the other one? Okay. There we go. Both cats are out of the room again. Yes, he is very, very much always changing states of matter on us. Alrighty, I gotta look at the original again. Let's see. I can kinda... Looks like they took some liberties there too. There we go. Now that kitten is awfully cute though. He's a spoiled little brat. We love him a lot. Oscar's not the biggest fan of Wraith. Poor Oscar oftentimes has to deal with Wraith chasing him away from food. Oscar coming down the stairs and getting attacked. Oscar going up the stairs and getting attacked. Yeah, it's a regular thing. Oscar sleeping and suddenly getting attacked. Yeah. Oscar walking across the room, suddenly getting attacked. Oscar sitting on Mom's shoulders and suddenly getting attacked. Wraith is a little over a year old, and he is pure enthusiasm. Okay. This is actually going pretty quick here. There we go. Getting there. That's one thing I've found, is that face painting has really, really over the years has caused my painting speed to go up quite a bit. I tend to work pretty fast now. Let's see what live chat's doing. Hi, Lieutenant Galloway, welcome. I don't know. There really are not a lot of artists that do, or they just specialize in face painting, because, you know, it's dealing with a lot of kids. Although the kids aren't as bad as the parents in a lot of cases. That's gonna have to go. Let's do that. I'm gonna change this up. The original drawing was kind of flawed there. Then I also have to realize I can't have it run over top of that claw there. And the original image I went off of wasn't too clear on how this was over here. So I had to kind of guess. Yeah, let's do that. I think the tile may have fallen apart here too. On the original. Come on, white. Come on out of there. There you go. Just the base coat for that claw. I'll come back and get white over that in a bit. Okay. And we'll do this one over here. And a little bit of black to make these pop out. Do that. Just gonna try to make sure there's a difference between the background here and the claw. Okay. for the straight white? A lot of the ancient art actually was painted. Like the Roman Colosseum had lots of color. All those buildings that the color faded off, they found traces of the color. So they know that there was a lot of bright painting all over them. So a lot of these things, like the white claws, actually were white on the pieces. Let's see. All right. There we go, guys. Let me zoom back out again. And there he is. I will get photos and post them on my channel later. But the next painting session will be starting on the tiles on the background. So there we go. Thank you. Thank you for everybody who showed up tonight. Make sure to check out Digital Hammurabi. The link is in the description. You know, make sure to smash that like button if you like, subscribe, share, you know, the usual stuff. Love all of you guys. You have a fantastic night. Blessed be everybody.